As you can see, it's a classic Saturday. Unless the roads are always like this. Well, we've decided to leave the smaller roads behind and go on the Great Western Highway. It's a 3-lane system, 6-lane in total. 3 on this, 3 on that, obviously. It's quite busy. Unfortunately, like most things in today's society, it costs you, and it costs you $2.20 to travel on here. Apparently, we don't know how it is running yet, but we've paid $2.20 to come on here. Perhaps it's used as a quicker service than the smaller roads, but they did look absolutely jam-packed, as you can see where this is flowing. So Barry's had a look at the map, and it looks like this will be probably a quicker and more efficient way to get to the Blue Mountains. So enjoy the sights. As you can see, we've just been to the Tourist Information Centre, and we've got some pamphlets and booklets. I've got to hold the camera. Barry doesn't feel too good really, he's got a bit all funny in the head, but the temperature is so hot, I can't describe it. It's just melting, so we're going to get a couple of drinks and head on to the Blue Mountains. So try and join us. We're at the Glenbrook entrance here, excuse me. And we're about 2 miles from the Blue Mountains. We've just stopped to get some Mountain Franklin. I know you can't see it, but you know what it is. This has got to be God's creation. You just can't live without this stuff here. I really think it's a shame that you can't experience this heat. I know you can see me, but you really can't. You can't describe it. It's the hottest summer I've ever experienced in England. Plus you've got the humidity on top. The air is extremely dry. It's just, I don't know if you can see that glistening a bit. I mean, it is just ringing off us. So we'll try and keep you updated. We'll try and film as much as we can. Paddy doesn't feel too good. He's having a bit of trouble accumulating to the weather. I think once he gets a lot of fluid inside him, it'll be okay. It's going to take a few days to get used to this weather, but take a look at the sign. The next one I hope you see is going to be the mountains, so hold that thought. So Barry, what do you think of the temperature so far?
Well, it's stifling. On our clock it's got 39 degrees. We're having freak summer weather. Right? We got the air conditioning on now, so it's quite nice in here. But we did earlier on, if you open the window, we haven't got electric windows with it. If you open the window and you know when you put your hand out, it's usually quite cold, isn't it? But I'm not joking, I wish you could feel this. It's just like a hairdryer. It's like a heat. The highest setting on the hairdryer on your hand. It is quite... You just have to experience it. It's just hot hair. It's just quite unbelievable. It's really, really hot out there. We just had something to eat and it's just stifling. But we're persevering. We've had something to eat now. I feel a bit better. I felt a bit sick earlier. But I've never, ever had a summer day like this. It's just fans. How there's people, I can't believe there's this amount of people living here because it's just too hot for anything.
Well, we're right in the sticks here and we're looking for Perry's down. So have a look where you think it could be.
We've gone off-road.
Yeah, round about now we always think to ourselves, should we have had a 4x4?
Or should we have stayed back in the room?
Or will the car break down? Or should we have charged that mobile? Should we have wrote the number down, the place that we're staying? I'll have to apologise for all the camera shakes because this is a hell of a rough road here. I'm not used to driving like this. Wish we had the 4x4 now, but it's a little bit steep, but I think we'll be okay. It's not far now. Take a look. After a quiet drive, we had arrived at Perry's Lookdown.
Well, we're at the Blue Mountains, New South Wales. And this is Perry's Lookdown. Fantastic view of the valley, creek or whatever. It's really quite stunning. It's very hot, but there's a nice breeze coming through. Take a look.
The Blue Mountains of New South Wales are roughly 100 kilometres west of Sydney. The Sandstone Mountains are 1,100 metres above sea level at their highest point.
The Blue Mountains were an amazing sight to see, with some of the best vegetation we had come across on our travels so far.
We spent some time walking around all the major viewing spots, and this view from here, Docker's Lookout, was very impressive.
The Blue Mountains cover an area of 1,436 square kilometres, roughly 554 square miles.
Well, good afternoon, this is at Docker's Lookout.
The Blue Mountains, and it's hot.
It's very, very hot.
It's a bit breezy by it.
You're probably sick of us saying that it's hot, but believe us, it's very hot. But like,
Rob's breathing, it's hot. But it's a bit breezy by you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite nice really, to be honest. Nice and quiet.
Very quiet, very creepy.
Got the crickets and the animals in the background, the wind blowing.
This is exactly what the Grand Canyon should have been like for us, but this is just as stunning, isn't it?
It is.
Very deep.
It's really impressive.
It goes on for miles. Very nice.
So we're just going to have 5 minutes and look at it. So you can stay if you want, but we're going to have 5 minutes.
Look at that. There was just not enough time to take in all the sights. The Blue Mountains were huge. We had to move on.